Hi, this is Eric Chapelle, the South Jersey real estate guy working with Weichert Realtors of Cherry Hill. Today I want to talk to you about creating winning offers. Nothing can be more discouraging than to be out there searching for homes, finding something you really like, putting an offer on that home, and then not getting the offer accepted. Today I want to give you several things that I think will help you as far as moving forward and getting your offers accepted. As you prepare to make an offer, it's important for you to think like a seller. Every seller has their own funnel, if you will. This funnel starts out really broad at the top, and then it slowly narrows down as it gets closer to the one that they're going to accept. Inside that funnel are filters. Some of those filters are things that the seller themselves install to weed out offers they don't like. But then there's other filters in there that are created by the buyer. And there are things that you throw into the offer that may turn the seller off, where they don't want to accept your offer. And so today I want to talk to you a little bit about your offer, how to create a winning offer so that you go through that funnel quickly, you go through that funnel with a positive outcome. So now before we make any offers whatsoever, I want you as a buyer to realize it's very important that you have a pre-approval from a bank, and not just any bank. I'm talking about a reputable mortgage institution that can guarantee that if the seller accepts your offer, it's going through, that they already have done their legwork, they've got their paperwork together, your offer is solid. Without that pre-approval, you really don't have anything except your word that you're going to be able to buy this house. Sellers already have this filter built into their funnels that says no pre-approval, do not even want to look at that offer. And it won't even go past step one. So get pre-approved. Talk to a banker, get a pre-approval. Sellers love that. So now that we have that pre-approval out of the way, I want to talk to you about making a strong offer financially, money-wise. At the end of the day, the seller is going to look at all the expenses that are going to be listed out as far as going to settlement, and there's going to be a line that says, here's the net, here's how much you're going to walk away with. That's what they are concerned about. If that bottom number isn't meeting their expectations or falls way below their expectations, then most likely you're not going to get your offer accepted. I hate to tell you that, but it's just really the truth. They want to make sure they get exactly what they expect out of the sale of their house. You need to learn how to compete wisely when it comes to making that offer. When you put a number or a dollar amount on someone's home, you don't want to insult them. I know what you're thinking, I want to get it cheap. Well, if you make an offer that is lowballed and you're lowballing that seller, you can mark it down. You will never get your offer accepted. It's insulting. It's degrading to them that you don't think of their home as much as highly as they think of their home. So you need to make sure that your offer is strong. You need to go in there with a competitive market analysis and understand, here's what homes are going for in this area. This home may not be the best, but it's certainly not the worst, and therefore I need to make this kind of offer if I want to compete. Another strategy, another thing you need to remember when you're making an offer is you want to limit how many contingencies or minimize how many contingencies you put in your offer. I need to sell my house to buy your house. That's a contingency. I want to buy your house providing the inspections are perfect. That's a contingency. I want to buy your home providing I can get the financing I'm expecting. Another contingency. There are multiple contingencies that you can throw in your offer that will literally add more layers of filter in that funnel, which when that offer comes in, it gets stopped. And it never proceeds, it never goes through, and you always are scratching your head, well, why wouldn't they accept my offer? They didn't accept your offer because you put too many roadblocks in their way. They want easy. They don't want to have to struggle to sell their home. They want to make it quick, fast, and profitable for them. them. And the more things you throw in the way, more hurdles for them to jump, the more difficult it's going to be for you to get your offer accepted. Another thing you can do to impress a seller and to remove some filters is put down a big down payment. People that come in with, 1% down, 3% down, or the contingency of, can you help me with money down? Like we'll give you X amount of dollars providing you give me so much money back in return so I can make a bigger down payment. Sellers don't want to hear that. They like to see people who come in that have prepared, saved, and are ready to drop a good amount of cash down on the house. The more money you put down, the more a seller feels like this person's serious. They're not just playing games. They're not out playing house. They literally want to buy my house. Now, this is something that most people don't think about when it comes to their offer, is to be flexible. You say, well, why do I have to be flexible? I'm buying a house. This is a big investment. It's the biggest investment of my life. I get all that. Everybody has to go through it, but we can still be flexible. You have to think about the seller's time frame. Are they trying to sell sooner, or do they need time to be able to move and get stuff out of their house? A lot of times, depending on that seller, they may want a prolonged or put off their settlement date a little bit longer, so it gives them time to get out of their home and have everything moved into the new property. Sometimes they want it really fast, like, can we close in 10 days? And it may be difficult to do, but it is something you need to be flexible about. You may have to move faster than you want to, or maybe a little bit slower than you want to accommodate the seller. So being flexible is kind of important. Sometimes you may need to show the seller that you're willing to work with them and their time frames to make it easier for them to sell their house. The more comfortable they feel with your offer, the more likely they are going to work with you as far as selling their home to you. Remember, winning an offer isn't always about money. It's about the whole package. It's about, thinking about that seller and how to make that seller's life easier. And I know that that's not popular today. We're always concerned about ourselves and what's in it for me and how are they going to make my life easier? What are they going to do for me if I do this for them? You got to get that stuff out of your head. You got to be selfless in this particular thing. Now, I'm not telling you to be stupid and just buy anything out there because you're desperate, but on the same token, you've got to think about that seller. It's their house you want. It's their house you feel is your future. Work with them. Try to make their experience pleasant, and you'll find that it'll go a long ways in getting your offer accepted. Here's another thing. I know this is going to sound stupid. It'd probably be cliche. You're probably going to say, you're only saying this because you're a realtor. And, well, yeah, you're kind of right. But use experienced real estate agents. A real estate agent knows how to build a relationship with the listing agent. If you're a buyer trying to buy a house and you want to call the owner and talk to them personally because I want their house, honestly, they don't want to deal with you. That's the reason why they hired a real estate agent. That's the reason why they went through a real estate agency, is so they don't have to talk to you. Because you get all kinds of weirdos who call owners of stuff and try to talk some kind of wacky deal out that they really don't want to mess with. If you don't believe me, just use Facebook Marketplace. List something of yours for sale on there and watch what kind of crazy responses you get from people. I know you asked $300 for this item, but will you take 10? Do you really want to deal with that person? Absolutely not. So use a real estate agent who is reputable and has a relationship with other agents in this area. It makes the transaction go smoother, and it provides you with an opportunity to vent to your agent when you're upset without offending other people, because they don't have to tell everything they know. They just know how to filter through stuff a little bit better, so it makes it easier for the transaction to go forward. We've covered a lot of stuff today about creating a winning offer. By no means do I know everything, but I know a lot of things, and I know some things that work. And I hope that this helps you today. I hope that it's something that when you get ready to make that offer on that house that you love, you get it. If you're not sure that your agent is the best fit for you, hey, call me. I'll be glad to work with you, glad to help you move forward in purchasing your house. This has been Eric Chapelle, the South Jersey real estate guy. Again, I work with Weichert Realtors in Cherry Hill. I'd love to work with you, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. See ya.